This is a practice we can perform any time of the day when we need to come back to ourselves and devote some time to take care of ourselves. So we can do it in the morning, in the evening when we come back from work, or in a break, and we sit simply on a chair. We use the chair by sitting and placing the glutes on the edge of the seat. The feet are well placed on the ground and the hands on the thigh. Or when we come back home, we use the mat to lie comfortably on our back and placing the calves on the chair and bring the arms along the body. Or if you like, we can use a pillow that lifts our hips from the ground, and then we place the knees and tibia on the mat, and we keep the spine expanded upwards in a way not too rigid. From here, we try to give form and shape by some breathing exercise. By inhaling, we raise the arms from the sky, and then by exhaling, we let the arms go to the ground and we bring them along the body. Again, we inhale and extend and lengthen. And then I exhale, let the arms come down next to the body. Another time, inhaling, let's extend and exhale. We come into contact with the arms. We feel the weight of the arms moving down. Then by inhaling, I bring the arms to the level of the heart, and I continue to inhale. I extend the arms. I arch slowly the lumbar area. Then I exhale and I form an embrace, embracing ourselves, reaching with the arms at the level of the shoulder blades, the navel inside the cervical areas facing down. And again, inhale, expanding, arching the lumbar area, looking up a bit, and by exhaling, forming an embrace, distending the arm to the point where we embrace ourselves with the shoulder blades, the head down, the navel pushing towards the spine. And then another opening by inhaling, expansion, exhaling, embrace, let the air flow out, breathing out, and keep the contact of the hands with our back. And we relax with the cervical towards the ground. We do another one. Inhale, expand, opening, and then exhale. An embrace. Closing. The head falls down. The navel pushing towards the spine. Again, slowly we slide the hands at the level of the abdomen below the navel, and by inhaling we can bring the air to the lower part of the abdomen. Full inhaling, then exhaling, and I let the navel, when I inhale, pushes against the spine, and when I exhale, I let go. Let go of the air, I follow the air, and then the navel comes back to the original position near the spine. Let us keep contact with our breathing, this way of breathing with the diaphragm, which is extremely important for our body. So this awareness of breathing, and we can rebalance our nervous system. Full inhaling, exhaling, let go. Once again, inhaling, expanding the abdomen. Exhaling, let the air go. And the navel is in contact with the spine. Let's slide the hands along the thighs. And we close our eyes to keep focused inside ourselves, in contact with our ally, always present in our lives. Breathing, our breath, the witness of every moment in our lives while we experience it. Let's try to train breathing and try to focus on breathing always. This is our attempt. And by inhaling, we see the air coming inside, being mindful of the air coming inside. And by exhaling, we are aware of the air leaving us, flowing in and out. Inhaling and then exhaling. This moment, in and out. And let's try to understand and to see which part of the body is touched more clearly by this breathing exercise. Maybe the nostrils, the throat, in the abdomen, the chest. And let's try to keep in contact with this feeling of this breathing, which is a wave flowing through us, in and out. We do not have the right way of breathing or the wrong way of breathing. No breathing to be kept in check, to be followed. Let us focus very simply to this knowledge, to this understanding of the body that knows how to breathe in this precise moment. Keep focused on the breathing flowing through the cells, our body. This breathing, which gives us the opportunity to keep contact with ourselves, our lives, in order to create a new space for a new breathing when we breathe out, in a new moment. Each breath is a new one. We've never breathed as such, a new breath for ourselves. And each moment opens up to a new moment. So this is a chance to come back to the connection, an inner connection with ourselves through this breathing. At this very moment. So we are open by being focused on the breathing, and we realize of the way the mind is activated. The mind wanders, bringing us back to a moment, to the past, an anticipation of the future, a concern, And by this breathing, we recognize this natural activity of the mind, but we can decide not to nourish it by giving back with gentleness, but with attention, to focus again on the breathing itself, the act of breathing in this very moment. The breath is an ever-present ally, reminding us that we can be awake, aware, present in our life in the precise moment where we experience it. And at times the mind leads us astray. Many times we can decide to bring the attention back to this breathing, to this moment. No worries, nothing to push back. Let us simply be ourselves, being fully in contact with life while we experience it through this breathing in this moment. And that's the natural activity of the mind which wanders, but we can keep contact with breathing just for a few minutes by recognizing that the mind leads us to some remembrances, to some worries, judgment, etc. We know that. That's the activity of the mind. But we are bringing back our focus to the soul, to the moment, so that we can remember, that we can let go through our breathing, to open up ourselves, to welcome a new moment, a new breath. Let's focus on our entire body while it breathes, the feeling of our entire body while it experiences itself and life and breathes. The mind, the breathing, the body, the heart. Let's live through this moment. And we can come into contact with this breathing. Let's relax and focus our attention on the entire body, on the knowledge, the understanding. Let's perceive the body breathing in this moment while we breathe. A contact with a few breaths again. And by thanking ourselves for the time devoted to ourselves, to the focus, the inner contact with ourselves, and maybe wishing to remember that breathing is always with us every moment of our days, to refocus our experience at the time when we experience it, in the morning before our coffee, when we embrace our dear ones, or when we are facing a very challenging task. But now I would like to conclude with a few words from the Dalai Lama. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. Today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live.